again. Welcome back to the North Little Rock Public Library here in North Little Rock. We're so glad to have you back for our story time. It's a new year. Did you know that? I hope you had fun celebrating the new year. It's now 2023. It's kind of hard to remember that. Well, I'm excited about the new year, and I hope you are too. And the story that we're going to read today is about Squirrel's New Year resolution. Do you know what a resolution is? Maybe some of you don't even know what it is. It's something that you have to learn about that either helps you make you better or to help somebody else. And so that's what we're going to find out about today. So I brought Squirrel along with me today. The story goes like this. Squirrel was looking around in his house, putting up his new calendar for the year, his special nut of the month calendar, because he does love nuts. He was listening to the radio, and the radio said, "Happy New Year! I hope you've made your New Year's resolution." And Squirrel said, "Resolution? What in the world is that? I don't know what that is." He said, "I've never heard that before." He said, "I know. I can go to the library where my friend Bear works, and I'll ask him about it." So that's what Squirrel did. He walked along to the Lone Wood Library where his friend Bear worked behind the desk, and he said, "Hi, Bear. Happy New Year." He said, "I heard something on the radio today, and I don't know what it is. I know you can help me. Could you help me figure out what a resolution is?" And Bear said, "Well, of course. It's something that you decide. It's kind of like a promise that you make to yourself that you're going to do better at something or to help somebody else or to grow in some way." He said, I don't know what I could use for my resolution." Bear said, "Well, I'll tell you mine. I'm going to help Skunk learn how to read this year." "Oh, that's a great resolution," said Squirrel. "I think that is wonderful, but I don't know how to do anything like that." Bear said, "Well, Skunk can't read right now. He's home in bed sick." "He's sick? Oh no," Squirrel said. "I need to go see my friend." So Squirrel hurried off to see his friend Skunk. He knocked on the door and Skunk said to come in, and he came in. He said, "Skunk, I'm sorry to hear that you're sick. I didn't know." He said, "Yeah, I'm feeling better. I just have to wait for the doctor to give me the okay to get up, and then I'll be ready to start on my New Year's resolution." He said, "I heard you were going to learn to read this year." He says, "Exactly. I can't wait. Bear is going to get me my first book very soon." "Oh, that's wonderful," he said, "but I don't have a New Year's resolution." And while he was talking to Skunk, Skunk was feeling kind of sad still because he was still in bed. And Squirrel said, "You know what? I'm going to hide because I know you like it when I hide. We'll play hide and seek." So Squirrel ducked under his bed and he popped up and he said, "Boo!" Squirrel laughed and thought that was funny. Then Squirrel hid somewhere else. He hid in the closet and he came out, "Boo!" Skunk thought that was just hilarious. He said, "Squirrel, you're so good at cheering people up. That is so awesome. Thank you. I feel better already." Well, just then Dr. Owl came in and said, "Skunk, it looks like you're feeling better. I think you're ready to get up, go eat some lunch, and you're ready to start on your New Year's resolution." Skunk said, "Yippee, I'm so excited." Squirrel said, "Well, I'm going to just keep on going." He said, "I need to figure out what I'm going to do for my New Year's resolution." So Squirrel left. Skunk went on her way. Well, as Squirrel was walking along, he met his friend Mole and Turtle. They were busy looking at a map. And Squirrel said, "What are you doing?" And they said, "Well, we're looking at a map of the grounds. We're trying to figure out where we can make our community garden." "Community garden?" He said, "Yeah, we want to make a garden for everybody to enjoy, but we don't know where to put it." Squirrel said, "I have an idea." And he scurried up the tree and he said, "Oh, I see the perfect spot." He came back down the tree and he said, "Let's go over there. I'll show you right where it is." And sure enough, he showed them a spot right next to the river. And they said, "Oh, this would be the perfect place so that we could water it and take care of it really well." "Squirrel, you're so helpful. Thank you so much." So Squirrel went on his way, and Mole and Turtle continued to work on their garden. Well, Squirrel was still feeling kind of perplexed. He didn't know how he was going to figure out what he was going to make for his resolution. And he went to the hidey-hole diner and he said to the rabbit working behind the desk, he said, "Rabbit, do you have a New Year's resolution?" He said, "Oh, yes, I'm going to help everybody here in the cafeteria and help everybody get the foods that they want. So Happy New Year." He said, I wish I could come up with something. He said, oh, you'll think of something soon. I'm sure you will. Well, just then, some other friends came in. Skunk came in, and Rabbit was there, and Porcupine came in also. And Porcupine sat down next to Squirrel, and Porcupine was looking kind of grumpy. And Squirrel said, what's the matter, Porcupine? So, I said I was going to make myself laugh more this year, but so far that hasn't happened. Squirrel said, well, I bet I can make you laugh. He said, really? He said, I'm good at telling jokes. How about if I tell you a joke? He said, okay. Why did the squirrel cross the road? Porcupine said, I don't know. Squirrel said, because she was nuts. Porcupine thought that was just hilarious. Squirrel said, what's black and white and is very bouncy? Porcupine said, I don't know. What is it? It's Skunk jumping on the trampoline. Porcupine laughed and laughed. He thought that was the funniest joke ever. He said, I'm going to go home and write that down so I remember. That'll help me keep my resolution for the new year. Squirrel said, oh, I wish everybody has a New Year's resolution but me. I'm so sad. Well, then his other friends, Bear and Mole and Turtle and everybody came into the diner where he was eating, and they said, Squirrel, we have an idea. We know what your resolution can be. You make everybody happy. You came in and told Skunk and cheered her up. You helped Mole and Turtle find a garden. You helped Porcupine learn how to laugh. You're good at helping everybody. I think that's what your resolution should be for the year. Helping everybody every day. Squirrel said, that's great, because that's exactly what I like to do. And he said, I'll just get better at it. And from that time on, he continued to help his friends, and that was his New Year's resolution. And that's the end of the story. So maybe that's your New Year's resolution. Some people decide that they're going to exercise more or quit eating unhealthy foods, and some kids may say, oh, I'm going to do my homework better, I'm going to listen to my teacher more frequently and do what they tell us. What's your New Year's resolution? If you haven't made one, sometimes it's fun to try making one to give yourself a little goal. That's really what it is. So good luck on that, and I hope I'll see you next time at the next story time. See you later. Bye-bye.